Alright, what's up YouTube? We're here with
Nicolas Ortiz.
And what'd you do this weekend?
I got top 16 playing Floowandereeze at YCS Charlotte.
What a terrible deck.
It's only terrible when you're the opponent.
Alright, let's get into it.
Alright, so we're playing 8 birds, so 3 robin, 3 eaglin, 1 toucan, 1 street.
Caw-caw!
Oh god, yes. I played 9 for a while with the 2 street, but while having 9 birds makes you brick like slightly less, street on its own doesn't really do anything. It only like turns on your engine if you also have Advent Adventure with you, and you don't really want to clog with birds in your hand. You know, you can get rid of the birds through unexplored winds, but like that's like a turn 3, turn 5 play. That's if you hard open it because you want to like establish everything first. I was really happy with these ratios. Map with any of these is broken, and this lets you play forever. And then this card is good against like DPE decks. 4 tributes, double Empin, Ryza, Apex. This card I'm like always super hit or miss with because you only ever summon this card when you're already winning the game. But there are scenarios where like when you're like 80% chance to favor to win the game, like having this in your deck makes it just like 95 to 100. And Empin's broken. This card's really, it really ties the deck together. Being able to like search later everything and give you access to like your entire engine follow up while also being a floodgate. And the one mighty barrier statue. Playing this card makes map infinitely better because they have to normal summon. So decks that normally don't normal summon like base, they're forced to like play awkward into map, and you win the game. And then 3 god card. I never open this card, but when I do, I immediately win the game. This card's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is the only reason why this deck can top is because like if you go second, you lose the roll and you open this card, your opponent always passes turn. This card's like maxi but better, like in this deck specifically.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal.
And we were playing 3 other hand traps of Ash. I went back with my friend Ryan on this. We were playtesting the deck. He's currently in top 8 right now, and it might be later. But he was playing Featherstorm in the main, and I was playing Ash. My justification for Ash is there is be some scenarios where my opponent's hand like isn't particularly good. Like this is really good when your opponent's hand is average or below average. Like if your opponent opens like right kid, you're never winning the game regardless. But if the opponent like only opens a kid and having an Ash in your hand, you're able to just immediately play the game. If they have an extended just end on DPE. Whereas like if you don't have Ash in your deck and it's something else, you're just immediately kind of like conceding a lot of ground to your opponent by having like a weak hand with kid. So 3 Ash was actually really insane this way. It's only awkward if you open like Ash Shifter because you never shotgun Shifter. So if they start off with Enchantress, like you just have to let it resolve. So you have to just Shifter later and then Ash maybe something in the end. But it was too good not to play, and it overperformed. Except for the monsters. On for the spells, 3 map, 3 wind, not 3, 3 advent, and then 1 wind. This card's self-explanatory. This card's broken. This card lets you like full combo off nothing. It makes your bad hands just immediately good. And this card search is the good card. This also being able to just dodge hand traps is super insane. Valor and Imperm are getting a lot more prevalent right now. And this being able to just immediately block those cards is insane. Also, it's really good when you're playing Mine and you start like either Riser looping your opponent or Empin attacking. Being able to have this ready, if you get rid of your opponent's monsters and you just have an Empin when they start playing again, you can win, Spanish, Empin, and then you're on Romani again. And this card's actually just broken. Fixes your hands. It's like you end all be all out to everything. Having this with map is essentially just game every time. And then card filters, your prosperity, duality, self-explanatory. You don't special summon, and you don't use your extra deck, so these cards are broken. 3 dark ruler. You don't always open Shifter or Ash, so when you don't open either of those cards, you need to have a 3rd god card to blank your entire opponent's board, and then go map Rubina every game. Of course, you're better than your opponent. Yeah, this card is, even though you want to go first, if you open like your 2-card combo, like even if this is in your hand, you're always just gonna win anyway. And if they start breaking your board, like this on the clapback is really good. And just 2 book of mood. This is like the 39th and 40th card. 3 book doesn't really come up nearly as much as you think it does, especially when Adventure pretty much like fulfills the same role. But this also doubles up protecting barrier statue. If you have like barrier statue in the set book, they just can't attack over in the pass. Then 1 terraforming and 1 of the last god card in the deck. This card is like when you don't see Dark Ruler and you don't see Ash and you don't see Shifter, you just mine them and you win the game. So yeah, this deck has like 5 different avenues to win, which makes it like really powerful and it's very consistent in what it does. And this is like the final piece. And then 1 trap because playing on your opponent's turn is good. I'll do the extra deck. we're playing one Kagari because we're always topping this guy. Show your cards in our deck. I actually just cannot summon this card ever. It's literally prosperity bait, but you know what? We're always top of the ray. Next up, we have a bunch. These are the only 3 relevant cards. I didn't make them today, but sometimes they come up. We have other irrelevant cards. Almost made this today, but irrelevant. This card came up once today, but I could just kill him was the alternative, so I just killed him. Never comes up, and Christmas package. I didn't play a single vote today, so it didn't matter. This is the MVP of today. Side deck.
That makes me really happy. I'm not gonna lie.
The one with Kagari.
God, yes.
Side deck, 3 Gamma Driver. This card is just really good this format. It acts as like Ash, or Ogre, or Veiler, or Imperm. It's just all of the hand traps melded into one. So when you're going second, again, a little bit shifter, like a third of your games. So by having a Gamma access too, when your opponent starts popping off, a lot of the times they just have to pass turn. Or they make the board weak enough to where you can like play through. Your deck in Engine can play through like 1 interruption usually. So having a Gamma to stop like their big play, their big push, and then doing your Engine helps a lot. One DD Crow. This is a last minute inclusion. But there would be scenarios where I'm playing against like Paste post board, and they set Lancia, and they Lancia summon by popping with DPE. And if they pop DPE and they trigger its effect, that turn I have no way of getting rid of DPE. So it just comes back on the standby phase, pops my Imp, and then continues playing. So I wanted an out where I can search DD Crow off for Bina after they lance me, and then I can get rid of the DP on draw phase. Spells, 2 Twin, Duster for back removal. It's pretty light, but I didn't expect a lot of back row decks, and I only played 1 today, so the meta call is right. 1 call by. I felt like this had to be in the main or the side somewhere to beat Droll or Lancia. I don't really regret not maining it, but this card came in like every game, 2 and 3. So in the future, I'll look back and see if this is main deck worthy. But it was perfect in the side. And let's look at mine, which I almost never really sided. But it's for those like super heavy combo decks that are gonna like go all in on you, going first, and then you just use your other things trying to bait those things, and then switching to a mine game plan is like your primary thing. Normally, mine's like plan C, plan D. But sometimes against certain decks, like this needs to be plan A, so you need a second copy of it. And 5 God cards. You go first, you see this, you win the game. I don't think I ever lost a game, ever, like the entirety of playing this deck, where I resolved this card.
Yeah.
It's just skill drain everywhere, so it's, you literally do not lose the game. Alright.
Nice. Any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to Midwest Gaming.
Yep.
Joe Teacher, our team captain, for also top 32ing.
Hey.
Cody Manabe for scrubbing, but being good sport about it. Michael for scrubbing, being good sport about it. Everyone in Tampa, Team Oblivion, Ryan and Javi and Sebastian for driving up with me, and everyone in Gainesville community as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thanks.